Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. This is eSeniors, and we are at Spa, and it's the fifth race in the 10-race season of GT3. Let's look at the standings here. We have the bronze group, Michael McClellan, 138 points. He's undefeated. We were talking about, actually Michael and I were chatting about promoting him up to the silver group, but what happens then is that you lose, if you have won any race, you lose those points. So that would mean he would lose all his points and start from scratch. So anyway, there we are. He would most likely race in a higher group next time or next season. Peter Davids, P2, so he was second place last race. 100 points for Peter, and Brian Banks has 94. And he's also having his birthday today. So special shout out to him. And Benny Heim, P4. And here's Frank Tennant, P5. He did a great result at the third race in Barcelona. He didn't start last race, but he sits in P5. So that's awesome. And Willie Owens was P3 last race, which was Laguna Seca. Silver group, Peter LaFrance, Bruce Hopkins. So Peter didn't have a good result, but he had 112 points, so he's still in the lead. Bruce Hopkins took first place. P2 in the championship, 106 points. Terry Trowbridge is P3, 99 points. And then we have Mappe Kansson from Sweden, 97. He was P2 last race at Laguna, and Thomas Ringner, P7, 89. And when you see that crossed line over, that's a dropped result. It's the the slowest or the worst result, so to speak, that's being discounted. And then let's look at Group 1. Wolfslener undefeated there, 136 points, although he has only raced 3 of the 4 races. John Saunders, close by, 120 points. He was P3 last race. Johan Larsson, P4 last race, 103 points. Chris Bourne, he's now part of the Wolf Pack. He did P2, Laguna, and 103 points. And Kenny Flenstedt from Sweden, he did P14. That's a drop result, but he's 75 points for him. So there we have it. Let's get into the race, and let's see. We're gonna have the first group racing first. So platinum goes out first for 10 minutes, and then silver, and then bronze. So let me mention the sponsors here. We have Sim3D, makers of anything you need for your cockpit. They do, and let me actually open my little notes here so I actually can get this right. Yeah, so they do the dashboard, the flag boxes, power supply brackets, button boxes, and everything you need for your sim rig. Syndeo, it's a technology broker. They're based in Canada. So they specialized in voice, contact center, and cybersecurity solutions for businesses. And Syndeo's advisor, they will help you select the best technology solution for your business. And we have Castle and Cauldron. They specialize in handcrafted Harry Potter, medieval cosplay, and Halloween decor. And really, that's where the magic happens, so to speak. So check them out if you're in the business for anything like this. All right, so there we have it. So let's get to the screen where we have our leaderboard. Early on here in the practice, I saw Mr. Wolfslener. He did a 2:17.3. So he is certainly the fastest on track, so that's what we're gonna see. So hey Derek, and Eleanor Tennant, welcome. Let me know that you can hear and see everything as you expect. Let's see, let's get on the helicam as the guys are running around, and we're gonna see, I'm gonna put that up here. I have this little graphic so you can easily see who is what in these classes. So platinum, that's the white background on the numbers. Then the second group is silver. All good. Thank you, Derek, for confirmation there. And then the bronze group is the red placard. Happy to announce that we have, let me find him. Kevin Torrance is back, but he's in the silver, so he's not out there. Kevin Torrance from New Zealand is racing with us again. Excited to announce that. He's in the silver group. So welcome, Kevin. Let's see when we got someone that will do a lap, and this, I think it was Steve Howells that had a really cool livery. Yeah, that's a cool livery. Very nice. See where we have Wolfslener. Let's get in his cockpit as he starts his race. Fastest lap, 2:17.1. That is a good lap. And Wolfslener abandons his lap. I wonder why. All right, let's follow Tommy Hellström. He has a little traffic in front of him. Hey Frank, I saw Eleanor on. Oh, okay. Hellström is also lifting. Let's follow. Maybe that was Larson in the front. So yeah, Frank, I saw Eleanor on the stream here. It's very nice. Always good to have family watching. Try to encourage my kids to watch Daddy race, but the enthusiasm is limited. As we see Larson coming through, he did a 2:17.1, which is really, really fast. And just see where he goes fourth gear there. Just rolling through, goes a little wide. But he still sits on his fastest lap. Let's see if he can keep this together and even improve his time. Lost a little time there. And here you have to go really tight. It goes third gear. Had to really maneuver. And from this point on, in that very turn, there is no braking. Okay, the grandkids will be watching. Yeah, very cool, very cool. And here comes Larsson. He's gonna improve his time. Let's see how he's doing here in the braking zone into the chicane. Turn 18, turn 19. Going wide there to maximize his speed. Is he improving his time? No, he did not. Did not improve his time. But he was almost sitting exactly on time. Wolfslener is on a non-qualifying lap right now. Yeah, and then Frank, you have your cool livery on too. I like that with all the kind of flames and stuff. Chris Bourne was it that was yielding. Wolfslener is not really getting it together, so he has 2.5 seconds left. So let's follow Wolfslener now in the cockpit and see if he can match. So he needs to take almost a second out of his previous time to reach Johan Larsson's provisional pole time of 2:17.1, which would be pretty amazing. But I wouldn't put that past Mr. Wolfslener from the Wolves pack. There's no lifting, pretty good line there. I don't see yet any marker that shows that he's faster than his previous lap. And now Young pushed him down into provisional P6, but I think Wolfsländer will pull out the rabbit. Chris Bourne is up 3/10. That could put him in P2, provisional P2. Oh yeah, Optimus Prime, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll showcase that one when you get on track. Wolfsländer is up 2/10, but he needs much more than that. 2/10 could give him maybe starting on second row. Now we have 3/10. Let's see if we can pull something out. This is one of the hardest sections here, I think, because this is where I lose my time. He goes through third gear here as well, kind of rolling. Up 4/10. Let's see what we can do here. He's on P3, good. Oh, the other Wolf, now it was the Wolf pack that was making room there, but there was someone else. Very nice yielding there. Up 4/10. What would that mean? That would give him provisional P3 if he keeps this up, I believe. Let's see if he can get this tight enough. Has to brake really late. Here he comes. Is he gonna go second gear? No, it's the first gear. Oh, he's up 7/10. Is he gonna do it? He's up 7/10. What's that gonna do? That's provisional P2. Now he needs 2/10 out of this lap, which he is now. No, now he lost 1/10. Let's put the delta on here, which okay, here we go. So Wolfsländer need 2/10, while Johan Larsson is actually on a fast lap too. So right now Johan Larsson is improving his time with, he lost it right there. Let's see, is that a Wolf pack in front of Wolfsländer perhaps? Now Wolfsländer sits with the fastest lap, if he can keep this up, but it's still early. Oh yes, traffic in front of him. Is that another Wolf pack car? No, it's, okay, blue flag. Oh nice, there was Caballero I think that moved away. Very nicely done. Wolfsländer up 1/10. He needs another 10th, and now he lost that time. Maybe he got a little bit compromised there. Let's see if he can take this turn and improve time. It's very close in the top. Johan Larsson is flirting with improving his time. That would make it even harder for Wolfsländer. Let's see where Larsson is. Okay, Larsson just finished off. Yeah, so this is the last chance here for Wolfsländer. And Bourne is up 1/10 as well, but that won't really do anything for him. Is he gonna do something in the last second here? Going wide? No. Chris Bourne then. Oh, Chris Bourne did. Provisional P2. There we go. Very nice. Wow, that was a battle. And now we're gonna start to see the silver team out. And see what times they can do. So, Johan Larsson, provisional or P1 with a 2:17.257, and Chris Bourne 2:17.2, and then Wolfsländer 2:17.4. Tommy Hellström 2:17.5. So it will be very interesting in the top here. Yeah, CBO for the win. I think that's a long shot, but that's just me. You never know. I think between Wolfslander and Larsson there in the top, I think that's going to be really, really tricky for the platinum. So let's see what we can get out of this team here, which is the silver group. Peter Lafrance currently in the lead. One person I don't see is Kripetsi. We have 42 cars on track, which is really, really good, actually. We promoted Kripetsi up. Where do I see him? Actually, I don't see him anymore. All right, we're gonna start to see some times on the board now for, let's put up the personal bests. There we have a reference. So Britos to 19.8. I think we're gonna see maybe a faster time than that. I don't know. LaFrance currently in the lead in the championship. See how he's doing. It's a good looking car. PTW Racing. Oops, let's see. All right, just waiting here for some times to come in. Daniel Britos in the top right now, replaced by Bruce Hopkins. Bruce Hopkins doing a 2:19.6. Always interesting to see if we're gonna see anything overlapping into the platinum group. We don't have that. I was looking for Kripetsi. He's P10 there in the platinum, so he's been so dominating in the silver, so it's just interesting to see how he's doing coming up to platinum. So that kind of tells you the difference between platinum and silver, because Kripetsi was completely dominating in the silver and sitting in the lower part of platinum, but that's all right. Anything can happen during the race. Here's Britos cracking into 2:8.19.0. So we're probably gonna get like a platinum or silver incursion into the platinum territory here with times getting into the 18th, I would guess. Oh, Thomas Renier went off track. Terry Trowbridge in his trusty Bentley. What we can do real quick, we can put yeah, show him what the Bentley can do. Let's put the maker's marks here. See, we have Jean-Marie, kind of a newer driver in this red Ferrari. Mike Maleski, my fellow commentary colleague. I don't see Mr. Newcomb here. He's actually had a penalty. So it doesn't look like he's racing today. But if you have a penalty where you have to start from the back, actually that's going to follow you until you actually complete a race. So just a note there. Is Jeremy Robas, P19 for the moment. Let's get back the numbers so we can understand where we are in the... So Brito still sits in the lead here in the silver. Very nice. I'm looking back here to see Daniel's best race was he did a P4 at Barcelona. So I'm sure he's pretty happy with this. Terry Howard now and Canson. He's now the 1, 2, 3 here. Britos, Canson, Howard. And here comes La France. P4 in silver right now. And here's Zimmer. Zimmer, always the fast driver. Did a good lap. And Shannon sits in P19. So we have just a couple of seconds left, and then we're gonna let loose the bronze group. So Terry gonna finish. He has La France behind him. Let's put the delta on. There we go. So Terry is up a little bit. La France is 2. Britos is as well. All these guys gets to finish this lap, and then it's the bronze that goes out. Bronze are probably out already. Just checking a thing here. All right. Gonna get my pit wall up. I can look at that. The Britos holding P1 there in the silver group. That's really nice. Really nice. Okay. Trowbridge rolling in. And is he gonna improve anything? No. So that's it. Okay. We have now the bronze guys out on the track. Just a little reminder, it's 50 minutes race. And then we have pit stop. And it's fuel and tires for that. Oh, Craig Holmes. Okay, so maybe Craig joined really late. Oh, here comes Frank. Let's look at this livery. Frank is holding for the guys coming through. All right, let's see what Frank can do. P5 right now in the championship. Okay, who's gonna take the first hot lap? Is that Arthur? Let's follow along with Arthur as he goes through. Oh, not really the grip yet he wants. Coming through Puhan. Braking point there just as the curve starts on the left. On the road carefully around here. Then hit the apex there. You can go up a little bit on that to help with rotation. And here braking point just as the curve on the left starts. You want to hit the apex and just get... And here you really turn really early. As soon as you see the house there on the right, you can start to turn in for this corner, which is kind of half blind corner. I think this is going to be Arthur's first hot lap. Yeah, Brian Banks, that would be sweet for him to win on his birthday. Opens up wide there, Arthur, for the turn into the two turns in the chicane. Let's see, he's going to be... Brian Banks, look at that. Brian Banks, fastest in bronze right now. Nicely done. Nicely done there by Banks, actually. That's a good time. Banks sitting with a 2:21.1 as the fastest in the bronze right now. Yeah, Terry, but I think you're doing great there anyway in the Bentley. And again, I mean, Wolseley and they did some amazing times in the Bentley, so I mean, it can be done. You had some worked setups and things like that, so I think, you know, the Bentley can be fast in the right hands, no offense, but it's just, I think that's just the truth. And I think Wolseley, he can just drive anything, so. Okay, Arthur is in the faster lap now. He's up 1 second. That would give him... yeah, that could challenge Brian. He can keep this up. Kind of early in the lap. He's up 1.2 right now. That should certainly... 1.3 now. That should certainly put him up in the lead, so to speak, of the bronze group. As we have 3.5 minutes, less than 3.5. Yeah, 1.4. Here comes Arthur. Strong showing by Arthur. What did he do in the last race? Let's look at that in SimGrid. Arthur, P4 in last race, so he's winding up. He was P6 the previous race in Barcelona, P4 in... he didn't reach it. Just short. 2:21.3 to Brian Banks 2:21.1. So 2/10 between Banks and Castengay. Colomb up 0.4, 0.5 right now. Bekava comes in between and Colomb now P4 in the bronze. Let's look a little bit at Frank. Frank's just starting a lap. Let's get into Frank's cockpit of the Bentley. Goes high up there on that curb. Peter, which Peter are you looking for? Yeah, Peter is pole, for sure. No, I'm sorry, Johan Larsson. Peter Wolseley is P3. He didn't reach full, what do you call it, full capacity there, so to speak. Ken Schmidt is up 0.6. Let's follow Frank here for a little bit as he comes through. Puhan. Yeah, so Chris, we're doing, so the platinum guys have already driven, so we do platinum, silver, and then bronze. With the thought that maybe there's a little bit more grip for the bronze guys. Tennant up 0.4. Projection of where he would end up. Yeah, he can. Yeah, if he hustles, he could push up past Column into P4 in the bronze. He lost it there though. Schmidt though, he's up 1.2. Let's follow Mr. Tennant here into the goal line. And he's up 0.3. Okay, push him. Okay, just behind Column now. But Schmidt, he is really quick right now. Over a second up. Lost a little bit there. Column. Let's see. Yeah, Column is now the fastest in bronze. With a margin, very nicely done. Here we go. Schmidt coming through. Let's see where that's gonna put him. Column currently in the lead in the bronze. Schmidt just moved up a little bit. So there we go. Column, Banks, Bekavak, Castongay on the two first rows for a bronze. Well, they won't be on the right rows, so to speak, but a good showing there by Column. He was P5. He'd been P5 the last two races, so let's see what he can do during race. So let's do the pause screen. Put on a little groove. So if you're new to eSeniors, we're a group of racers that are 50 years and older. You can reach us through Facebook, leave a YouTube message, SimGrid, and the Discord. So you get age verified that you are indeed over 50, and then you can race with us. We have championships currently on Mondays for a sprint. We have a championship on a Friday, and that is for a GT2. And then we have the main race, so to speak. It's the GT3 race that you're watching right now, which is on Saturdays at 1 o'clock Central US time. So that should be a convenient time for more or less everywhere, right? Don, you can go over to kind of watch this yourself. You can go over to pit wall and you can see everything, all the standings there at your convenience. So good showing today, 42 cars so far. Very nice. A little bit weird actually that pit wall is not showing Chris Bourne. Or he doesn't show Larson as P1, but never mind. It's probably gonna reset here in a minute. So the settings for this race, it's pretty hot, which will probably wreak havoc on the tires. That's my guess. We'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. Okay, gonna get the starting grid up. I'm gonna remove a couple of assets. All right, let's do it while we have time. All right, P1 then. Johan Larsson. Chris Bourne P2. Oh, let's move this other graphic here too. There we go. Chris Bourne P2. Peter Woolsley P3. This is going to be a battle. It's going to be interesting. Tommy Hellström, good job being that P4. John Saunders P5. Steve Young P6. Laszlo Nemeth from Holland P7. Patrick Larsson P8. One of our favorites here, Mirš Panov, Macedonia. Gabriel Kripetzi from Italy, Steve Howells, P11. Daniel Britos, P12. Randy Zimmer, P13. Mappe Kanson, P14. Terry Howard, P15. Peter Lafrance, P16. Andy Driscoll, P17. Bruce Hopkins, P18. Jeremy Roberts, P19. Peter David, P20. Aaron Shannon, P21. Benny Heim, P22. Hugo Caballero, P23. Terry Trowbridge. Go Bentley, P24. Richard Colomb, P25. Thomas Rainier, P26. The birthday boy, Brian Banks, happy birthday to you. Hope your race is going to be awesome. John Messick, P28. P29, Richard McKay. P30, Jean-Marie Grouillot. Lee Ellis, P31. I think that's the only Aston Martin in the field. Joe Bekavak, P32. Look at that livery. Arthur Castengay, P33. Kenny Smith, P34. And one of our, here's another kind of favorite of eSeniors, the one and only Frank Tennant. He's a fighter and we love him, so go Frank. P36, Neil Leader, that's also a cool livery. P37, Mike Mileski. James Parks, P38. P39, Kevin Torrance, that's one of my favorite liveries. It looks so cool. He's from Down Under, New Zealand. Willie Owens, P40. Michael McClellan, P41. And P42, Craig Holmes just snuck in there, I think. So he's starting from the very back. And so does McClellan, who has been dominating in the bronze group. So he's kind of putting himself in the back, I think, to kind of even out a little bit. So yeah, we have 42 cars on track. Let's remove that one. So okay. And we have a pit stop. Let me put that up. So there we see Brito starting first in the silver group. Put up the position delta there, and actually Peter David started. I kind of missed that whole development there. So Peter David is starting first in the bronze, and then Benny Heim and Column and Banks. So I kind of missed that development. That was really good. Peter David actually did really strong showing at Laguna Seca. He was P2. And with McLellan starting kind of in the back, that might be his opportunity to actually take a win here. We'll see. Again, anything can happen. So we're doing a full formation lap. So Larsson, Born, first row, Bolslena, Hellström. It's a long race, it's 15 minutes, so I hope that these guys are not going to try and solve everything in the first corner. But we will see. So you see the wolf pack, very distinct liveries. Here come up in the start formation. Larsson is really wanting to get this going. He sits very far back there, Chris Bourne. Okay, they're going to come around this corner as well. So we see Bourne there in the purple car, and then Wolfslener, Hellström in their white and black liveries of the wolf pack. Saunders in the green car. Sky in the red car. Yeah, hit the like button, guys, because here we go. The race is starting. We're going to see green flag. Looks like everyone. Larson is very far up there. And Bourne is behind. I mean, this is a little weird start there. Wolfslener gets a good run, but he has Sky just behind him. Oh, Saunders, little side by side. Oh, pandemonium. Pandemonium. Yeah, here it is. It's the pandemonium. That's tragic. That is so tragic. Look at that. Look at that. It's a parking lot. Oh, it all started with the contact with Saunders and Bourne. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know what to do. Where do... Okay, I kind of lost my mouse. Where is my mouse? Okay. So, that's going to be a little bit to sort out. That was a lot of accidents at the same time. Really sorry to see that. So the big losers in that was Trowbridge, one of them, Thomas, one of them, and obviously all the guys that ended up in the back right now, which is Saunders, Sky, and others, Chris Bourne as well. That was a tragedy. So, it is what it is. You know, you reap what you sow. So let's go on. Let's go up on the relative race gaps. There we go. Okay, so Johan Larsson and Wolfslener, and then Hellström and Nemeth. So La France now, he's now in the lead of the silver. Peter David remains in the lead of the bronze, which was good for him. René Trowbridge marked as a little contact, but I don't think so. So let's see now when the guys start to get up to speed, get up some temps, and get the rhythm going. I hope that the guys that went... Okay, here we go. So Chris gonna start to race himself up. That's always interesting to watch. I'm glad that he's staying in the race. Let's see if we can see if some damage. Not that much damage. We still have people in the pits. 4 guys in the pits. Mileski comes in for some reason. I don't see any... Oh, that's a banged up car. Canson. And here's Mr. Tennant. Oh, here comes McClellan. Lee Ellis sitting behind Neil Leader. So we're gonna see, I think McClellan gonna race himself up the field. And here comes Holmes. Holmes started from the back. I think he joined late. There he gains the position on Terry Howard. And Benny Hine chasing Mr. Caballero. Yeah, I mean, I don't control a restart. We don't have, you know, stewards, you know, watching and acting on that. I don't have any. When I do the stream, I don't have. I'm not in that mode, so I can even do something like that. So that's something to think about maybe for next season, because everyone is racing that actually normally administer the starts and things like that. So. But I think also people need to learn to race, you know, and this was unfortunate. We had a really nice, clean races, the last couple of races, and then, you know, something happens. So, all right, Brian Banks gaining positions. That's Richard McKay behind him, and in front of them they have Frank Tennant. No, we never done the restart actually. I think the practicality of it is, you know, we don't have someone that actually, unless someone just breaks the race and yeah, it's a long discussion. But anyway, we don't have a policy for that yet, so maybe in the future. So nice little cluster here of cars. Mainly there's a blue flag flagging on someone in this cluster. Not sure who that is. Looks like Hansen have fulfilled his pit stop with his repair. So I think people that wanted to repair were actually... We still have everyone racing except for Saunders. Saunders is out, but he sits in the pits. He hasn't left the race. Looking a little bit at the top, Johan Larsson, 1.5 in front of Wolfslander, so he sits pretty there. Oh, here's Mish Parnov. This little group of people is nice too. There's Kripetsis up there. Talked about Kripetsi before, that's been promoted up to the Platinum, where he was sitting in the championship. Yeah, so he was P12 last race, so he didn't do too well, so I'm sure he want to redeem himself. Possibly able to do that, running P8, Kripetsi for the moment. Let's follow Mirch Pornoff here. If we can get the good run on Steve Howells. So we're gonna go inside. Yes, he got do the inside there. Oh, nice move. Howells didn't really put up much of a fight. Oh, there goes Pornoff goes a little bit wide. And Gabriel Kripetzi passed Larsson in the back. Nicely done there. Kripetzi up at P7. Yeah, Brian, I understand. But that means also we need to have someone that kind of monitors the race and can take the action. Good fight here. Kripetzi is really racy. Coming up on Steve Howells is going to make a move on the inside. Oh, look at that move. Little door to door. Not too bad though. So Kripetzi up to P6. That's interesting to see. Let's go down and look at Mr. Holmes. P20. And I think Spa is really the only track where we've had one of these big, kind of really bad situations like this. So. Yeah, so let's see. Steve, did Steve leave? I don't see him now. So we have 41 cars, so possibly he left, which is a shame. So yeah, this accident will be something else to pick apart. I think the initial contact was between Saunders and what was it now? Saunders and anyway, I'm not putting any guilt on any one of the two, but I just know that that's the first contact I saw and everything went sideways. So. Okay, so here's this Trowbridge there that's getting the blue flag. Good evening, Siltoid TV. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And if you're new to eSeniors, this is a group of 50 years and older racers. And you can get age verified, and you get invitations to our SimGrid hosted races. And it's great fun. A couple of championships a week. We have GT3, and we have a GT3 Sprint, and then we have a GT2 Championship at the moment. So, and we have 5 races into this championship. And here's Chris Bourne. Yes, it's Saunders and Chris Bourne that had the initial contact, I believe. So we'll sort that out. So we are 5 races into the championship. Oh, he's really pushing on Hugo Caballero. I think he's gonna make a move here soon. There he goes. Wow, he is fast, Mr. Bourne. Look at that. Working himself up to P14. Craig Holmes just passed Mr. Castangay. Oh, was that a contact? Or what happened? No. What happened with Larsson? Let's do a replay of Larsson. I think that was self-inflicted oversteer. And there we come. Oh, he gets on that. Oh, he gets around. Oh, ouch. Oh, pinball. Oh, that's tough. Couple of cars got caught up in that. That's not really anything. That's very unfortunate, but not really anything you can help once you started to go around like that. Couple of cars now in the pits. Quite a lot of casualties here into lap 5 so far. However, Larsson, Bolslener, Hellström in the lead. The first 3. So that's very unfortunate. We have Driscoll, LaFrance and Larsson in the pits, Canson in the pits. And unfortunately, I think Sky have retired from this race. We'll get the DNF. But let's focus on the race we have at hand. So we have in the silver, Thomas Reiner sits there. He has Messick behind him, 10 seconds behind. So if Thomas just, stays clean, he might get this win. And let's see where Thomas, we're sitting in the silver. Yeah, his best so far was a P3 in the silver. So nice run by him. Benny Heim sits in the lead of the bronze group. And let's see where Benny Heim has been, how his result has been. Benny, his best result is a P2. That was in the second race. So again, if he can keep his nose clean, Castangay is coming for him though. I mean, certainly the race is not over. Oh, there we go. Commentator's curse. So how's our friend Frank doing? So he's doing well. Brian Banks, the birthday boy, is behind him. That's a fight for position. And Ellis coming behind. McClellan up 1 position. He might come for Heim actually. McClellan's been driving from the back. And that hasn't stopped him. Has to negotiate Castangay. 1.3 up the road. Oh, Benny Heim. Craig Holmes just passed Benny Heim. There we go. So we're going to keep an eye on Arthur. He's certainly going to reach. What happened here? Torrance. What happened with Torrance? Let's follow him for a little bit in the replay. Oh, he's sliding. Unfortunate. Oh, that's so frustrating when you get turned around and you kind of have to bang into the fence to get around. He's doing good there. He turned around. Okay. And there, my mouse disappeared. Okay, so here, McClellan just passed Castangay. I think maybe something happened with Castangay. Let's do a little replay on Castangay. Castongay is dropping, so something happened with him. Oh, he over... And then he has to wait. And then he turns around. So that's what happened with Arthur. That's unfortunate. So we're going to see pit stops here probably in another 7 minutes. So here are these two guys in the front. We haven't really looked at them. And meanwhile, Chris Bourne is up in P9, super strong, climbing himself up after being involved in that accident up in the very start of the race. Someone coming out of the pits. Here in the back, Kripetzi is reaching Pornoff. I mean, I'm super impressed with Kripetzi's run today. He's clearly up fighting to gain momentum into platinum. He started in silver and was really dominant there, so he got promoted. But in doing so, he lost obviously points. But because when you get promoted, you lose the winning points because you can't come in. Yeah, anyway, it's complicated. So, but he placed P12 last race. Otherwise, he would be higher because the kind of the P10 to P7, not that much difference in points. It's like 6 points. So if he can get points, good points here, he's going to climb. So Richard Collum goes into the pits. Let's follow these guys. I think this could be spicy. A little damage there on Kripetzi. I wonder if he's going to take care of that in his pit stop or not. That's going to push him back, but he seems to have good pace with Pornoff in front of him. Pornoff does not look like he has any damage at all. Nice, nice. Steve Howell's back there. Okay, let's get with Kripetzi here. I think this is one of the more interesting things going on at the moment until we get into pit stops. And later in the race, we actually might see some kind of track penalties and things like that. Never know. Let's get in the cockpit of Kripetzi. Had to lift a little bit, sounded like. All right, Craig Holmes, I'm sorry, Craig Holmes up P11 now. Great run by him. Chris Bourne, P9, working himself up to reach Thomas. And McClellan getting closer to, okay, Benny Heim, the leader in the bronze group, just went into the pits. Let's be following Lee Ellis and Frank Tennant. Little challenge here maybe in the chicane. Castongay goes in there into the pits. Good run out of the corner here by Ellis. He's going to take that position from Tennant. It's not for position technically as Ellis is in the silver group. So we start to get some pit stops going. Peter is not really getting any closer to Larsson. Nine laps in, 27 minutes left. Starting to see pit stops by some people. It's Don De Britos, one of the guys that kind of had a yeah, 4 minutes damage. That's a lot. Hellström into the pits. A little traffic in front there. I think that's Owens. So behind these guys we have Laszlo. He's 16 seconds behind, so that's kind of far off. Let's look at Kripetzi again here. He's really working on Mirspornov. I think that blue flag probably caused them a little problem, maybe. See how much Kripetzi wants to push here before we start to get into the pit stops. You see there a lot of pit stops right now. Halfway into the race, 25 minutes. Yeah, pretty good racing here by Kripetzi. Lapping pretty even. And I think that is a blue flag situation in front. Yes, it is. Oh, Ponov goes really, really wide there to avoid. Oh, that's a problem. There's a contact. Oh, Kripetzi, he actually managed to get out of that. So we have a stop and go that just got cleared. That was car 77. I got the stop and go. Who is that? Kevin Torrance got the stop and go. And Kripetzi now goes into the pits. So he has damage to spend time on. Larsson is in the pits as well. Larsson is a little bit to beat up, or is it just dirt? And Wolfsländer goes in behind him. Interesting. Mirspornov in there too. Howells, Messick, and everyone goes in now. Except for Jobbe Kavak. Well, don't forget, guys, that we do have clean races also. I don't think we have seen anything this bad in a long time. So let's focus on the positive. Let's see when everything shakes out. After the pit stops, there was a whole host of cars going in. Tennant, I don't think he has, no, he hasn't done his pit stop yet. Still rolling. Okay, Larsson is out, Wolfsländer is out too. And Tennant passed him there. So Tennant is actually in P4 right now, so he has no duty here to leave any room for a pass. So we'll see how Woodsley are going to negotiate this. It's going to be interesting. Also, I don't think Tennant is driving that too hard either. That's exactly what we see. And Larson is comfortable there. Hellström. Where is Wolfslener? Okay, here's Wolfslener. Oh, Tennant. What happened with Tennant? Okay, maybe he just went off track there. Tennant is kind of swamped here by all the cars. He's probably going to go into the pits now, that's my guess. Let's see if we can get the stop lengths here. Okay, so Wolfslen had quite a significantly slower stop. 3 seconds slower than Larson. That didn't help him. And Hellström was faster than 2 seconds faster in his stop than Wolfslener, so that certainly helped him. Kripetzi was 1 second faster than Panov, so let's see here when we're done. When we're done with all the pit stops. Nemeth, Bekavak, Tennant in the pits. Yeah, so Larson have extended his lead now for 5 seconds. And partly because of the pit stop, I believe. I want to keep an eye on Kripetzi. He's 5 seconds behind Panov now, so he has lost some time. Okay, just looking back on some data. So Thomas, oh, what happened with Thomas? My friend, what happened? Thomas was in the lead in the silver, and it looks like he completely crashed. Coming up the Eau Rouge, La Source. Oh! What the heck? So there's been a couple of these pinball effects. Unclear what happens here. Oh, here's Shannon. Caught that little accident. Oh, and he comes around and... Ouch. Oh, unfortunate. Look at Wolflener for a little bit. Let's see how many... Oh, we have shed cars here. We have 37 left out of 42. This is like a Le Mans race. Castonguay is banged up after his pit stop. That is not fun. Renier in the pits right now. That is too bad. Let's see how we're doing. So Messick in the lead for silver. Heim in the lead for bronze. Yeah, that's rough. Larson comfortable in the front. Just want to see if there's some battles somewhere we can catch. Trowbridge down P18. Trowbridge working on Bekavak in the bronze group. All right, here comes Trowbridge on the inside. If I was Bekavak, I wouldn't put up that much of a fight, as that's not in the class. And here comes Ellis on Trowbridge. That's an interesting fight. The only Aston Martin, and then one of the two Bentleys that we have in the lineup. Yellow flag on Torrance down there. Could possibly have went off. Tennant still in the pits. Ah, yes, a lot of repair work probably. Krupetzi has 5 seconds to catch up to reach Ponov. He had a good battle going on there, but he kind of lost out. Tommy Hellström coming up, the Eau Rouge. So that's Britos. Britos back in P29. Nemeth, a kind of lonely race there, 16 seconds up to Hellström. 8 seconds behind him is Ponov. 15 minutes left of the race. It's not really any battle. Well, we have Ellis here. Ellis is working on Trowbridge. This is for position in the silver group. See if we can get a good run out of here. Maybe take him on the straights. Nice throaty sound on this Aston Martin. Oh, it's getting close. A lot of dirt there that's on that car. It looks cool how they do that. And when we had like a couple of hours of endurance racing, the cars are really dirtied up, which is really cool. Trowbridge goes really wide there. That could yield a penalty, possibly. Oh, he got a good run there, Terry. Kind of left him behind a little bit, Ellis. Yeah, Brian's birthday. It's not going to be on the podium. Looks like Aston comes a little bit closer now when we're in the corners. And here we're cutting to Groyot. She's working on Heim. 2 different classes though, not for position. But Groyot wants to get past because down the road he has Hopkins, so he needs to get a little bit. So we're looking back at McClellan. So McClellan is the winner of all the bronze so far, and he actually started in the back and he's still up. And I mean, he had time. Oh, no, it's going to be hard for him to reach Benihheim though, but he's done a really good race here coming through to get up to the second position in the bronze group. It's Messick, the leader of the silver. Solid race by him. So he has really gained from the fact that there's been people being taken out. Messick, this is his second race here and in this championship, and he placed P9 last race. Oh, nice in the chat there, a little birthday celebration for Brian. Arthur Castengay in his BMW, trying to catch new leader. Oh, Bruce Hopkins goes wide. I think there was a contact there. It was an orange car back there. It was an accident. Let's look at that. So there's Zimmer in front, I think. Hopkins is banged up as it is. Oh, yeah, that was weird. Super banged up. Yeah, Zimmer in the pits. So, yeah, 9 drivers are out. And do I even dare to look at how many incidents we've had? 27 contacts so far. That's very discouraging. And 15 contacts recorded in the first lap. But it doesn't mean that all those are actual contacts. Sometimes it gets a little bit wonky, the reporting. But it's a guide to know what's going on. Okay. Looking at Owens. Sitting in P28. Here comes McClellan. So P2 in bronze for him. Yeah, possibly. So Larson is 3.5 seconds ahead of Wolfslener. And we're less than 10 minutes. Lee Ellis is still working on Trowbridge here for P16. Such a nice throaty sound on both of these cars as they come through. And behind it we have Howard lurking. See if he can harvest something. I'm staying with this one because the other one up the road, the Grouillot, that's not for really race position. So stay with Ellis. So coming down to 8 minutes left of the race. Larson also have the fastest lap, 2:17.8. Ah, so you're putting money on Willie. Something happened. Bruce Hopkins lost positions. Right, Liel is still working. See if he can take Trowbridge here in the last couple of laps we have. We're on lap 17. Looks like he's getting closer. All he needs is a good run out of here. So interesting there, P10 and P11, we have Messick and Heim, both of them are the leaders in their respective group. They're P10 and P11. Craig Holmes did a good job basically driving himself up through the whole, whole grid. Getting a peek at Wolfslener. He's now 3 seconds, so he has gained a little bit just recently. So traffic in front there for Larsson, that could maybe be good for Wolfslener. Follow Wolfslener for a little bit. See if we can do any inroads. So Larsson had Wolfslener was 7/10 faster in the previous lap than Larsson. Larsson working to get past some blue flags. So now it's down to 2 seconds between these two gentlemen. So I think Larsson's progress have been hampered a little bit by the blue flags. Maybe we get a battle here in the very end, who knows? Let's jump to Lee Ellis. He's still working. Terry Howard behind him. Is this gonna be it? See if he can get the better run up the hill. Oh, I had to change his gear. That didn't help. This is very close racing right here. McClellan and Grouillot not for position though. Well, we do have Messick in front there. Or actually, yeah, Benny Heim. So Benny Heim is a little bit in trouble here. He hopes probably that Grouillot can keep McClellan behind, because McClellan might actually be able to get him. It's only 3 minutes left though, so I'm not sure that will happen. Unless Messick is doing some bad mistake. But McClellan has been driving himself up through the whole field. He's the undisputed winner of all the races for the bronze. So he tried to make it a little bit harder for himself by starting from the back. But he's still able to be really, really competitive here. Grouillot is not really up to helping out at all, which is okay. No problem with that. 3 minutes. Wolfslener is 3 seconds behind Peter Larsson, or Johan Larsson. Oh, he moves on the inside. Heim would be a little bit stressed now. He doesn't want to be taken out. I mean, it might be worth for Heim to just let Grouillot go if there is an opportunity. I mean, he's not for position. But on the other hand, he can use him as buffer. Good racing here. McClellan gets really, really close. He needs to pass 2 cars, McClellan, in order to claim the win in the bronze again. And he has 1 second and 30 seconds, 1 minute and 30 seconds to do it now. Yeah, so Benny just needs to concentrate here. Just keep head down. Look at that, good run out of there. He leaves Grouillot a little bit behind there. Benny Heim from Germany, doing a great job defending. Hugo Caballero have joined the party. We see him back there. Oh, McClellan goes really wide. That didn't help. Chris Bourne, in the meantime, is up with Howells. Oh, is Grouillot going to be on the inside? Oh, I would let him go there, actually. But, okay. Nothing happened. He's holding on for dear life. I wonder if I kind of want to stay with this because it's kind of interesting. I wonder if Larson is on his last lap now. Probably. I think this is his last lap. Okay, we have a little bit more time to look at this. Oh, there's Grouillot goes wide. That's the opportunity for McClellan. Is going to be able to take it. Grouillot had the inside. Let's keep it clean now, guys. Oh, quite a battle. Oh, McClellan must be frustrated. Now Benny is 2 seconds up the road, so that's not going to happen. Not gonna happen. So Benny was really fighting that. So let's go Larson here on the last lap. Super solid race. Johan Larsson from Sweden driving for the Wolfpack. Peter Wolfslener. And then Tommy Hellström. Caught in a little bit of traffic. And not to forget Messick as well. Solid race by him in his Porsche. So let's get to Larson here as he comes in. There he is. Nicely done. That's Larsson. Then I'm gonna follow Messick. Messick is kind of way back there. So is Benny Heim. Yeah, Gruo, as you see now, he sits behind Heim, but it's not for position necessarily. So Gruo is P2 right now in the silver. So now he's actually, it looks like he's letting McClellan go. Or he just couldn't keep it on track. So now Heim just have to keep this clean. So comes in through. And Messick is a little bit up the road here. It's the P2. Okay, we follow Messick into the goal. And here comes Benny Heim. Goes a little bit wide there. Hope that didn't cost him anything. But McClellan is right behind him as we're coming into the last couple of turns for these guys. And McClellan is really pushing to the end. And McClellan goes wide again. But he's coming over the line right there. So that was a good fight. And let's go into the interview. Johan Larsson is here.
Just wait for the last one.
Yeah, they just came over. Oops. I'm gonna try and get my graphic up.
More cars coming.
Okay, let me get my graphic. I think I spelled everything right. Messick, yeah. We'll see if they show up or not. But Johan, you had a very comfortable race.
Yeah, actually I had. Yeah, I was lucky. I mean, Peter could keep up. We're on the same pace, and he closed the gap just before the pit stop, but he messed up the pit stop, so that gave me the win.
Yeah, I saw that he lost like 2 seconds or something like that in the pit stop.
Yeah. So after that, I was unlucky with some passing of some back markers, but he got even more tangled up. So he lost he closed it to like 2.2, I think. And I thought, now he creeps up behind me.
Right.
But then I was lucky from my point of view. But no, it's not. It would have been a fun fight. But
yeah, and behind you in the start, it was complete pandemonium.
Yeah, I heard saw. I think it was Saunders crossing the road or the track.
Yeah, there were contact there. I'm not sure who did what there, but there was.
No, I didn't stop to ask. So
exactly. So, but that was unfortunate. It was like this big pandemonium after that, which was unfortunate. But that's
always
what happens.
A bit sad because everyone is looking forward to a race and.
Yeah, and
more the merrier.
It's often Spa as well, which is too bad. So let's see. Do we have anyone else? I don't see Messick or Heim there that I can pull in. No, I don't see them. So, well, congratulations to the win. Let me see here if I can see real quick where. what this could
good.
go.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, I think. And sadly, Chris was tangled up in that first thing. I have no idea. We have to take a look at it and see.
Yeah, and we have, so you have 149 points now, and Saunders ahead of you has 150. So it's very close. Very close. And then obviously Peter has 175. So let's see what happens. So congratulations, and we'll see you next race.
Yeah, what's the next round?
That would be this one of the British tracks. Snetterton.
Snetterton. Oh my God.
Nice. Okay, awesome.
Okay,
have a good one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
All right, thank you everyone on the stream. Appreciate you watching, and hit the like if you haven't done that yet. And we will catch you next broadcast, which should be on Monday, the sprint race GT3. And then we're doing Snetterton. So